Hello and welcome to my channel Happy Hours. In my last video, I discussed about the American Revolution and its impact, about the Boston Tea Party and the Continental Congress, significance of American Revolution, about the features of American Constitution, reasons of defeat of Britain, and the impact of American Revolution on UK, France, and India. In this video, I am going to proceed further and going to discuss about the American Civil War and the role of Abraham Lincoln. I am going to discuss about the different reasons for the Civil War and what were the consequences of abolition of slavery. And in the last, I'm going to give an introduction of French Revolution. So what are we waiting for? Let's jump to the American Civil War. In 1861, there was a civil war in America between northern and the southern states. There were many factors which resulted in civil war. These were, first, the socio-economic inequality, secondly, issue of the protection of industries, and the third is the slavery issue. I am going to discuss about all these in detail. Let us discuss about the first reason, and that was the socio-economic inequality. The northern state of America were very developed. There were development of heavy industries, but the southern states had agricultural based economy. Therefore, there was huge economic disparity and level of development between the northern and the southern state. Next was the issue of protection of industries. The southern states charged the government of giving protection or say the more funds and the incentives to the northern states. The American government was trying to protect industries in order to compete against the England. Therefore, the conflict between the northern and the southern states had increased. Third issue was the issue of slavery. Slavery was indispensable for the economy of southern states because in entire southern states large number of slaves were employed. The northern states wanted abolition of slavery. And finally, when Abraham Lincoln declared in the abolition to abolish the slavery, it resulted in civil war. Now we have to understand what was the role of Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was from the Republican Party. He considered slavery to be inhuman. Therefore, there was huge protest in the southern state. The southern states decided Jefferson Davis as the leader and announced their separation from Union. So stop these, Lincoln allowed slaves to join the Confederate Army and he gave the voting right to slaves. Therefore, the slaves got alternative employment. The inclusion of slaves further strengthened the Confederate Army, and Lincoln used diplomacy to avoid any assistance to the southern states from the foreign countries. He declared his primary objective to save the Union. He passed a new law that states of America could not separate from the Union. Therefore, America became undissolved federation. And finally, during the Civil War, the general public of South gradually started coming in favor of federal unity. So by this we have understood what was the issues and how Abraham Lincoln tried to resolve the problem of all these. Especially he tried to solve the problem of slavery because he was very much against it. Next, we have to understand the consequences of abolition of slavery. The abolition of slavery leads to political consequences, social and economic consequences also. Now first I am going to discuss about the political consequences, and that is after the amendment of Constitution, Union was strengthened. No state was given the right to secede from Union. So the American became very powerful state. Therefore, America was declared indestructible federation of indestructible state. Now they were more strengthened and they were having the strength of slaves. Even the slaves got the right to vote and they were even recruited as in the army also. Next is the social consequences. Thus, the slavery was ended, but the white men were against it. Even after American Revolution, slavery was the biggest social evil present in the society. Therefore, America's democratic thought was very much compromised. After the Civil War, slavery was ended. Slaves were integrated in the mainstream of society. They got the voting right. These developments were not acceptable by many whites. Therefore, a white black conflict had started. A secret racist organization was established, which was named as Ku Klux Klan. Next is the economic consequence. During the Civil War, there was huge damage of American infrastructure. There was huge loss of public money. American government started industrialization of South. The government had passed National Banking Act. Agriculture got status of industry. Government get more attention for development of road, rail and waterways. So the communication of facility was expanded in southern America also. There was extensive mechanization of agricultural sector. Now the peasants can get loans easily, they can use machines, so the dependency on slaves will reduce. By this, slavery will be abolished slowly and slowly. Now I am going to give a brief introduction about the French Revolution. There was despotic monarchy in France. Monarchy was named as Bourbon dynasty. The title for the ruler was Louis. There was democratic structure even. Present means the parliament exists. But when Louis XIV came, he was different from the other rulers. He said, I am the state and I am going to make the rules. He dissolved the democratic states. He was always fighting. So the army was very strong. He made the agriculture very strong. Peasants were very happy with him. He appointed a finance minister from the middle class. He understands the economy is the knowledge. So the finance minister should be a person with knowledge. His name was Colbert. He was a great economist. So the France was developed very fast. But after the death of Louis XIV, France's monarchy declined. There was a 7-year war with Europe, due to which there was huge economic loss. They lost colonies from many countries, even they lost colonies from India. Louis XVI was married to Austria's princess. Once France lost war with Australia. Now the Austria princess named Mary became the princess of France. She started interfering the France policy and the administrative policy of France. She said the aristocratic class should not get hampered. So she was only with the thinking of the aristocratic class. She was very extravagant. She expenses a lot, due to which the trust deficit between the monarchy and the people increased very rapidly. All problems get exploded during this phase. So, by this, I am concluding the little introduction to French Revolution. And if you find my video useful, kindly like, share and subscribe. Thank you.